Well, hey there, party people. I have a few errands to run today, one of which is going to Whole Foods to get my Amazon package because I don't know about you, I've had one too many Amazon packages stolen from not only my personal residence, but also my business residence. So I always now, if I can, have all the deliveries at the Whole Foods Amazon counter, which is great because I'm also on my break right now, and Whole Foods has the best sag tofu, which is like a play off a sag paneer, which I'll show you guys. It's so good off of their hot bar. Guys, Amazon package acquired. Let me introduce you to, if you are not previously, there we go. If you're not previously aware, let me introduce you to some sag, aka spinach curry. You see that? It's basically just cubes of tofu with spinach curry around it. This is normally made with paneer, which if you don't know, that's like a semi-soft cheese, but in Whole Foods recipe, they put in cubes of medium firm tofu. And like I said, this whole thing is also vegan, which I think sag normally has like a cream in it or butter or something as part of the actual curry part of it. But to make it vegan, Whole Foods switched it out with I think like coconut cream or something, which is not a situation like when they try to make dairy-free ice creams and such. They tell you it's a dairy-free, like, I don't know, chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. What they really mean is it's a coconut cookie dough chocolate chip ice cream. Like there's an extra flavor in there, like an extra primary flavor in there. That's not what this is, okay? This is actually incredibly savory. It's just like a hint spicy too. And I'm like a full spice baby. So when I say a hint, I mean like the littlest itty bittiest of hint. Also, I'm someone, I don't eat like a ton of vegetables. Pretty much the only vegetable I eat these days is either seaweed or, which is that a vegetable? I think it is. I mean, it's a weed of the sea, and a weed is a plant, therefore it's a vegetable, right? Outstanding logic. But other than that, it's usually just like seaweed or baby carrots, because baby carrots are already basically fully prepared and they're like pretty cheap. Not that carrots are like really my favorite thing in the world, because they're a little sweet and I prefer my vegetables to be like anti-sweetness. There's been like this discourse online where I've seen like multiple videos, essentially people saying, listen, if you don't like vegetables, that's fine, but you know, we should all be like eating them or eating more of them. And they're basically saying, if you don't like them, then just find one that's like okay and like within your budget and all that, and then just eat it. Just take like a minute to scarf it down, chew it down, and just move on. Don't spend like hours trying to make, like for me, like don't try and make like maple glazed, oven baked, candy coated, or whatever the hell type of vegetables. Like you're putting more work into something you ultimately like just won't like a ton either. Because yeah, I like cooked carrots and seasoned carrots a lot better than raw baby carrots, but also they're never gonna taste as good as like a piece of cake. You know what I mean? So it's just like not worth it. That's what a lot of people are saying online, which I totally agree with. Also, I don't know if anyone else is like this. I'm getting old and my body's starting to reject a lot of foods where I actually love specifically cruciferous vegetables, which is like the family that's like your broccoli, your cabbage, your Brussels sprouts, all that. But my body just doesn't know what to do with them anymore unless they're like fully pretty much boiled down into something. So I'll have them if I make like ramen. I'll like throw, you know, some broccoli in there to basically become mush. But other than that, my body is just like, I don't know what to do with this. We can't do with this. And then I get like really bad symptoms from it. Which granted, I know no one's body particularly handles that whole category of vegetable well. My body is just completely clueless when it comes to them. Also, I'm not someone who really like spending a lot of money on food, even like going out to eat food. In which case, you might be wondering, well, Ashley, why the hell did you just go to Whole Foods, one of the most expensive grocery stores in the world, and get food off of their hot bar? Again, since I don't really spend it any other food area, and since this is essentially just tofu with a bunch of spinach, I'm like, well, at least it's like also healthy. Also, it is delicious, okay? Hot tip though, they also have, because they have like a lot of Indian stuff on their food bar regularly, for lunch at least, because I don't ever go there for dinner. I don't know what's happening at Whole Foods for dinner. I'm only there during lunch. And their naan, if it's fresh, is good, but by the time you get there, for some reason, it's never fresh, and if they put it out, it's never fresh. It's like hard as a rock and like crispy too. So even though if you want to like soak it up in the curry, like it's still not good. So just avoid the naan on their food bar. But they also have veggie samosas, which are vegan as well, because they're like potato and pea, which is pretty normal for a samosa. And they are also, oh, they're so good. But because they're on a hot bar for so long, the little corners of them will get a little bit crispy and a little bit crunchy. However, it's actually a benefit in my opinion, because it's still like, it's a fried food, right? So you still expect the outside to be decently crispy, but it's still so loaded up with mush on the inside, like all the potatoes and peas and whatever else is in there, that the contrast of textures is actually very nice. So it doesn't really matter if it looks like a little bit maybe burnt on the corners and stuff, it's still really good. I'm in like the Metro Detroit area, which has a lot of different ethnic communities, of course, and one of them is Indian. There's a lot of Indian restaurants around me, and I've been at a few. The reason why I would recommend the samosas and the sag at Whole Foods is because it's like white people-ified Indian food, aka when they say like, oh, it's like mildly spicy, it's actually mildly spicy. I've been to some, oh my god, I can't go to India because like I'll say like, no, don't give me like any spice, like whatever you're putting in there, just don't put it in there. Somehow it always makes its way in there, even if it's like a little bit, and then my mouth's on fire, and then again I have like bathroom issues later on, and I'm just like, this is just not worth it. So honestly, I kind of prefer the Indian food at Whole Foods, even though there's like so many Indian restaurants around me. Also guys, I'm not like a energy drink drinker. That's coffee to me, and then secondary like tea and or yerba mate. But this specific energy drink, which is Highball Energy, they do have like full sugar ones as well, but I love this because it is one of the few energy drinks that when it says unsweetened, there's no like additional like fake sugar or like other sweetener in it. Like it is basically just sparkling water with caffeine and a few vitamins in it, but also the vitamins that they put in it, it's not like, what is it? Okay, they have B612, niacin, and pantothenic acid, all at 150% of your daily value. I don't know, what is it, like Monster or maybe Rain or whatever the other ones are, that have like 10,000% of your B12 intake or like something outrageous, and I'm like, who needs that? I don't want that, because one, I already have nerve issues and you shouldn't be taking in like a ton of B vitamins if that's the case, but also I'm like, no one needs that. I also read once, which don't Google it, I don't know, don't take my word for it, but also don't Google it, that you can become addicted to B vitamins after a while if it's such a high dose. So I'm just like, why are they in there? To get you hype. But I'm like, the caffeine's already in there getting you hype. If the caffeine already getting you hype, or the guarana ain't getting you concentrated enough, or whatever else is in there, I don't think putting 10,000, like that much more extreme of value in it is really gonna like help you out in the end. So Highball, great, 0 cal, no weird fake sugar taste, which honestly I kind of like the fake sugar taste, especially the stevia taste, but this one doesn't have it. And they have like 4 or 5 different flavors of them, which all of them are really good flavors as well. They all taste like, the flavor of this is in your mind what would be the flavor of that flavor in like sparkling water terms. Like it tastes exactly like that. So this one's like wild berry flavor, and it's very like almost like a non-flavor flavor. Also, I just never been one to like drinking something very flavored with food. Even like sparkling waters, I don't really like eating or drinking with food, because it like just, I know technically like people obviously pair wine and food together all the time because like it somehow like synergizes into a better experience, but for me it just doesn't. It kind of takes away. But I'm also definitely one of those people, I would never mix food on my plate. I also am someone who, like, if there's different sections of food on my plate, I'll eat that one section before going on to the next section. You know what I mean? I don't know like what that says about me or whatever, but that's just what I do. So I don't like mixing flavors just in general. Man, I love sag tofu. Here's like a hot tip though. If you're someone who maybe you want to like reduce your meat or maybe just get like more different types of protein in your diet and you have tried tofu and you haven't liked it, I would highly recommend, if you didn't previously, to put it in the air fryer. All you have to do is buy the high protein tofu, which is like the extra firm tofu. So AKA there's not a ton of water in it. So it's already like got a more like full dense texture to it. Take it out of the pack, drain the water out of it. Don't press it. You don't need to freaking press it. That takes way too much time and effort. I ain't into taking time and effort for my food. I really just am not. Take it, cut it out of the pack, get the water out of it, cut it up into cubes, whatever cubes you feel like doing that day, whatever. Put it in a Tupperware container with some oil, some salt, put the lid on, shake it around, and just smack it into the air fryer. 400 for like 20 minutes. Granted, I would do like 10 minutes, take it out, shake it, and then put it in. Don't worry about flipping every single freaking cube to the other side after the 10 minutes. Don't do that. Again, too much time. We don't need to spend a whole lot of time for like good tasting but also decently healthy food. We don't need to do a lot of that. You don't need to be doing all that work. You have other stuff to do. You have other stuff on your mind. You don't need to do any of that. And the texture that comes out, similar enough to like a protein most people would be used to. And also tofu has like a flavor but not a ton of flavor. So just put like whatever sauce you like on it. I don't know, barbecue sauce. Put some soy sauce on it. Put some ragu on it or something. Like it's really like such a non-flavor flavor that you can put anything with it. And also like tofus, even the high protein tofu that I'm talking about, which you can find at like Walmart sells this, okay? In their little like, I don't know, freaking vegan section with the juices or whatever, they sell this. Even the, I think it's 16 ounces it comes in. It's like $3.50 or something. Like $3.50 per pound of protein is a pretty freaking great value. Especially one that again has like no additional prep to it. You take it out of the package, you cut it up, you put it in there, you're done. You know what I mean? Guys, I feel so dumb. I just want to be like, what time is it? And I usually have my phone like right here in my center console. I go to look for it for the time. And I have that like split second anxiety, that like rush of like, where's my phone? I'm obviously filming on it. Get it together, Ashley. Main course completed. Up next, guys, I usually don't buy a lot of junky food just in general because I'm just honest about, I can't have it in the house. If it's in the house, I'm finishing it that day. Doesn't matter how much it is, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter like if it needs to wait for some other time, it's going down that day. So I usually don't buy a whole lot of junky food just in general. Or if I do, they're like all the single serve packs and stuff to somewhat help myself from eating every single thing. But in Whole Foods, they had, and I saw this on social media, this is like a dairy-free, how do you pronounce this name? Van Leeuwen, which they're like the crumble of the ice cream world because every, I think, quarter, so every 4 months, they come out with, I think, 4 specialty limited edition flavors. And usually one of them is a non-dairy version for all my lactose intolerant girlies out there. And this one just dropped in. This is the pumpkin cinnamon roll. I'm not sure if this is like a redo, like they've had this one in the past, because I remember them having some pumpkin something or other. Do you say pumpkin or pumpkin? Wow, I just said the exact same thing twice. Do you say pumpkin or pumpkin? If I just say the word, I say pumpkin, but if I say it in a sentence, I say pumpkin. Let me know down below. I think that might be a Midwest thing. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, they had this at Whole Foods for $8. But I actually like pumpkin spice flavor, whatever dessert. So I'm like, let me actually like try it out. Because sometimes they'll have stuff and I'm like, that flavor is nothing I would ever go for ever in a million years. But this one sounded pretty good. And I did forget to pick up a spoonful, but even with the fork here. Established in Brooklyn in 2008. I didn't know that was a Brooklyn-based company. That's kind of cool. I assume they have like a singular location, or is it like a New York chain ice cream shop? Okay, here's the description for this. Nothing makes us happier than the vegan pumpkin cinnamon roll ice cream. Pureed pumpkin, vegan cinnamon rolls, a little nutmeg, swirls of caramel. Maybe that autumn chill in the air is coming from the freezer. That's cute. That's fun. It has like actual swirls in it because sometimes they'll be like a weird flavor, especially of like dairy-free ice creams where it's like some weird off-the-wall flavor and you're a normal person, so you didn't like fully read every freaking word of text on the container. And you open it up and it's not like a mix-in ice cream. It's just like a singular splotch of ice cream that has this weird flavor. There's no like difference in texture, no nothing in it. It's just like some weird chemically flavor, and it's like, that's not what I want out of my like weird flavored ice creams. There has to be like stuff in it. Okay. Yeah, so the ice cream itself, I would say, is more just like straight up cinnamon, but like sugary cinnamon, not like spicy cinnamon. And then you have the just like swirl of caramel floating around in there. I don't see any like, oh, I do. Okay, there's like little white splotches in there. I thought it was like freezer burn or something. But no, it's like bread. It's like the actual cinnamon roll bread part. So this is not gluten-free, just if you're one of those people. I can also see like orange flecks of actual pureed pumpkin in there, which honestly for $8, it had better be in there. This is definitely one that I'm glad to have bought and tried, and I will finish, but I would not buy it again. Well, maybe I'd buy it like next season. Like, this is not like a everyday ice cream. I mean, you shouldn't be eating ice cream every day, like, to be completely honest, but this is definitely not everyday ice cream. It's not every week or every month ice cream. This is just like for the fall time. You know what? No, I'll take that back, because this is not as good as an actual cinnamon roll. And you can go get cinnamon rolls in a tube, pop them in the oven, and 15 minutes later, like, you have like a home cooked cinnamon roll, which this can never compete with that. You know what I mean? And this is trying to go for like pumpkin cinnamon roll, which, yeah, I do appreciate like the pumpkinness of it, but a cinnamon roll in general, to me at least, is a fall treat in and of itself. So I'd rather just have a cinnamon roll than ice cream flavored as a cinnamon roll, but it is still really good, and I do think it's actually worth the $8, to be completely honest, especially for like the dairy-free category of ice cream. Well, that was a nice lunch, guys. Let me show you what again, I went and picked up an Amazon package. I need to show you something here, okay? If you are someone who, you know, you're like me, you're pasty pale, this Bondi, I don't know which one it is, Bondi Sands Everyday Gradual Tanning Milk, because they do have like a gradual tanning lotion. This is the milk one, okay? This is one of their like hero Hallmark best-selling items, which I purchased for years. This is a gradual enough tanner to where I can put it on with my hands and then just like rinse them off, and then my hands don't turn like super orange. But also it is enough to actually give me color, and like warm color at that. And it is also very hydrating, because some of these like gradual tanners out here, they're basically like a tanner in lotion form, but not a tanning lotion. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, this has like actual, like, it keeps my skin hydrated as well. It's not just like for the tanning vibes. It's actually like does stuff. And for the ounces, what is this? 12.68 fluid ounces. I paid full price on Amazon, which I think was like, I'm pretty sure it's $21, but it also goes on sale often for like $16 or something. For that amount of, especially like tanners in general are pretty expensive. Granted, I know the Jergens one is a little bit less expensive, but I think for like the tanning effect of it, as well as this smells 1,000 times better than the Jergens one. It's kind of just like a faint cocoa butter, coconut scent. Like, it doesn't stay on you at all, because, oh my God. I tried recently, I think it's Tanologist Dark Gradual Tanner, or it was labeled something like that. It's in like a purple tube. Oh my God, it was so freaking scented. And the thing is, it's like tropical scented or something, so it's not like a bad scent in and of itself. I actually liked it, but I only put it on my arms and legs, and I was like gonna go to sleep. I just showered, and it was such a strong freaking smell, and the smell lingered, that I was laying in bed trying to go to sleep, and it was so all consuming. I had to get up and go rinse it off in the shower again. I was so teed off, because it was also, I think, more expensive than this one, especially per ounce. So I'm like, what am I doing here? So unless you want to like be scented all day, every day, don't use the Tanologist purple tube one. Try out the Bondi Sands one. Like, again, I've been using this one for years and I love it. Okay, the only other two things I got, I've been having an issue lately with especially earrings, even ear cuffs, where it is irritating my ears so bad. And I think it's like, I don't think my skin is having a reaction to like the metals and or other chemicals of the earrings themselves. I literally think just like part of my physiology or whatever. So let me know if like this has ever happened to you, and if you have any solutions for it. I think it's just like the pressure of like either having something like dangling off of my ear or like clamped to my ear. It'll make my ear this like bright freaking red. It also gets like that if I'm like anxious or like really, really hot, like I'm sweating my butt off right now. But I'm like, let me try and fix this problem, because I like wearing earrings, you know? So I got these are like sticky half ball, whatever things. A lot of people use these for like a fake eyebrow piercing or lip piercing or whatever. So I have like essentially stick-on earrings that I'm gonna try later. Or I have these magnetic earrings because I'm like, maybe the magneticness of them isn't like the most strong thing in the world, so it'll like not have that weird effect, you know what I mean? And they're just like regular studs, like clear studs or whatever. And I think both of these, both definitely under $10 a piece for sure. So they're not like super expensive or anything. But also I'm like, if these don't work out and my ear still has like some problem with the pressure or whatever, I can just still wear these as like a fake lip piercing or a fake nose piercing as well. Cause I'm like, I ain't returning this. I put it on my body, I'm not returning it. I'm not doing that. All right, let me try the biggest one here. Cause I wonder how strong does it, oh, it like slipped off my ear and pinched it. Like, is my ear too chubby? It can't get like, it's like trying to migrate off of my ear to like get closer to the magnet behind it. Oh, okay, there we go. Wait a minute. I swear the back of it is moving around trying to connect with one another. They're two long lost lovers that are trying to just hold hands one last time. And I'm over here, the weird parents like, no, you can't do that. Okay, it is like, can you see that? It's like very clearly irritating my ear beyond measure. No, actually, I think this is exerting more pressure than a regular earring. So that's not, not it. Let me try, I'm gonna try the smallest one and try a nose. I've never actually had a nose piercing. I've never really had like the desire. Oh my God. Okay, no, this is not working as a nose piercing either. It's like so extended off of my nose. It like doesn't look like a nose piercing at all. What about lip? I don't want to like swallow this accidentally. See, do you see it migrating? It's like trying to get out of my mouth. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, this is, oh shit. Oh, I'm losing them. No. Okay, no. Wait. No. Okay, they're all sticking together. It doesn't matter. All right, well, that was a fail. Oh, well. I think I might actually put these on like clothing. Because I could on like, especially like a lapel of a collar, having like a doot situation, like just a little extra sparkle, I think would be nice. So those definitely will not go to waste. Still love those. Well, that's it for a break time today. But thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you have any questions or anything you want me to answer in my next break time little vlog, leave them down below. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.